Hey everyone. So I don't know if anybody else saw, but the teaser trailer for Sunrise on the Reaping is out now. And so far it looks like it's going to be pretty good. But I also thought that about the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the Hunger Games movies. I think they're very well acted. Um, they're very atmospheric. The tone just goes with the story very well. I love the score. The soundtracks too are pretty good, but the overall score, the music in the movie is done beautifully for all the movies so far. The problem is, and I know people are always going to say, well, they only have so much time in movies and books are longer. That is true. Um, However, it's not so much that they leave stuff out, it's more what they choose from the book to put into the movies. Because some things are obviously much more important than others. And a lot of times it feels like they're chasing trends versus, giving readers what they actually want to see on screen. Because there are parts that drag too long, parts that could have been much shorter to make room for other things. There are things that we just didn't need. And I felt that especially with the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Like the Hanging Tree song. That was big in both the book and the movie, right? They had like this whole rebellion anthem going on with that, right? In Mockingjay. And then in the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, we learned that Lucy Gray is the one who wrote that song. But they spent such little time on it. They have like this walking to the cabin or like the lake or whatever they were going to, little montage with the the song playing over instead of her singing it fully, and them discussing the song and it being banned and everything. It's almost like they didn't want to go too much into the politics. They were kind of there, especially with Sejanus, but it's like they're just too afraid to go into the full social commentary about politics and you know um, prejudice and all that other stuff that was very much in the books. The Hunger Games are a fairly decent adaptation. I have owned them. I don't hate them, but they are kind of watered down. And part of me thinks that it would have been better as maybe a TV series. And, as a book lover, as a writer, maybe it's controversial for me to say, but I think they could have expanded more beyond the books if they had done a, you know, TV series. They could have added more to what was there and kept a lot from the books. Because there's a lot of things that you can do with that kind of story. Yeah, so like I said, so far it looks like it's going to be good. Um, the only issue I see is that the actor who is playing younger Haymitch looks a lot like the one that played younger Snow. And I think there could be a possibility that people who, aren't familiar with either the books or the movies might be a little confused. They're like tagging along with a friend or something. Might get a little confusing at first. But other than that, yeah, everybody's saying everybody looks like how they imagined, and I can see it. I definitely can. Actors look the part, the arena looks the part. So who knows? Maybe this adaptation will be better than what is it? Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Maybe.